Right, because today's first topic
is
actually
Mikey.
brought to us by FanDuel. Guys, the NFL playoffs are here, and FanDuel is officially in playoff mode. Every game day during the NFL playoffs, FanDuel is giving customers even more ways to get in on the action. Right now, every NFL playoff game day, FanDuel users get a profit boost pack waiting for them inside the app. You just make your picks like normal, then apply your profit boost to go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs get rolling. Just visit FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. We start with the Cavaliers, guys. And Bull, yesterday you were the voice of reason.
I was.
You were optimistic. You were proud of the Cavaliers' efforts against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Saturday, and what I thought could be considered their best win of the season.
I think you're going to say what could be considered my best rant of the season.
It could be up there with your best rants of the season as well, and we should have known that Bull complimenting the Cavs and being the voice of optimism in a Cavs discussion could only lead to negative results. Because
That's
about
true.
12 hours later, after Bull praised and sung the Cavs' praises, they laid an absolute egg at home, falling to the Utah Jazz. They reached the midway point of the season at 22-19, just 3 games over 500. And as good as the win against Minnesota was on Saturday, last night's effort, execution, intensity, and frankly, double-digit loss to Utah was unacceptable.
As like 15-point favorites, too.
Yeah, I think what stood out the most in this terrible game was that they got out-rebounded by 20.
Yeah.
That's a lot about effort, is it not?
It's all about effort, Adam.
Right.
I mean, I was watching this game last night. I was at, typically, was last night Monday night? So I'm at Chili's on Monday night. That's where we go.
Right.
It's my Monday night. Hanging with my boy. My wife was there. A couple of my boys that we always see at Chili's.
Yeah.
We watch the games. And, dude, it was so frustrating to watch that first half because when the ball comes off the rim, our guys, it's like they just watch it and they hope it comes to them. They're like, oh, come, please, let me get the ball. Instead, they give no effort.
Yeah.
All you got to do is jump a little bit, like give me like a 2-inch vertical just to go get the. They don't do it at all. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead. Be honest.
Why would you not be honest with us?
Why would you not?
I don't know. I am a pretty honest guy.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Go Buckeyes.
I think.
That was good. All right. Come on.
I can't wait to watch that video
me
later.
too.
Anyways, no, I'm starting to look at Kenny Atkinson. And I know last year we gave him a ton of praise, and he won Coach of the Year, and rightfully so. But I'm going to be honest, now that I'm sitting here looking at another year 2 of it, a part of me wonders, like, did they achieve so well last year because Kenny Atkinson took a team, a JB Bickerstaff coach team, that took the regular season very seriously? They played hard. Those guys were like foot to the gas the entire season, right? And Kenny just kind of came in, tweaked the offense a little bit and made things better. But in their mind, they're so used to JB that like that's how they had to play. And I think it just kind of lingered to this magical season that they had. Year 2, you get another year under Kenny, and now we're talking about effort. Never in sports should you ever have to question, is the effort there? They never, unless players aren't respecting the coach, because a coach demands the effort. If we got to talk about effort, then we got a lost season to begin with.
Yeah.
I think that Kenny got to become more assertive or something. Something's got to happen in that situation there because there's no reason. The only guy that didn't get the memo that we cruising through the regular season was Naquan Tomlin. That dude was out there going balls to the wall yesterday. I mean, dude was getting steals, dunking the ball, everything. And I even got a tweet from McNuggets mid-game that wishing everybody would play with the same intensity as Naquan Tomlin. That's the only name that I walked out of that game thinking about. I was like, man, dang, they need to get Naquan Tomlin on a full deal. I know he's on this 2-way contract. It might be time to go ahead.
He's about to be converted.
Yeah, it's over with.
I think it's outrageous that you're blaming the coach for this. I mean,
yes,
how many different
100%.
coaches are we going to blame for the fail? First of all,
100%.
can we wait till we get to the playoffs before, like we see?
Nope.
Last year they were great in the regular season. What did it matter?
It was, but
The players are 100% to blame.
Okay.
The players are on the court. How much control does the coach have? If the coach can't control the players make no effort, we're going to blame the coach? I mean, come on.
They sold us that marketing.
That's baloney.
They sold us that market. That core.
blame the coach.
That core.
I blame Kevin
that
Stefanski.
core-
Well, who are you going to blame, Adam?
The players. All of them.
Yeah,
Someone's got to get these guys going.
That's
What's he supposed to do? We can't play for them.
So you've never been in.
Can I get
when
Darius
you
Garland's
played
stats?
sports? Your
Can we
coach
pull
never
those
gave
up?
you
I never
a
needed to be
speech.
motivated.
Can I
I
pull
was
those
always
up?
ready to play.
Can I pull them up? Can we
Well,
pull
you
them up?
also didn't make $20 million scoring 2 points a game.
Well, go ahead, G.
No, I just wanted to see what Darius was doing, man.
23 points.
Okay.
Led the team.
You want his season stats or his game stats?
Led the team in
Okay,
scoring
that's
yesterday.
the season right there. What Evan Mobley doing? That's 17.
that's
Okay,
a-
let me look
Those
at
are
that.
terrible season-long numbers.
Yeah, he hit 2 threes in the final minute that didn't even matter.
Sure did.
Hold on.
That's no improvement from last year, right?
That's not going to get. Listen. Let me just keep it a buck with you. 17 plus 18 is what? My math ain't too crazy.
35.
Guess what? Austin Reeves is getting 35 a game himself. What?
No, he's not.
He was at one point in time. Austin Reeves was averaging dang near 30.
I mean, he's averaging 27, but 27 and 35 are two different
I
things.
mean,
Just saying.
I mean,
That's a gigantic gap in-
I mean,
in-
it's,
Shot it down.
at one point in time, Austin Reeves was getting you 30.
Yeah, like 2 games into the season.
Hey, listen,
Well,
it's
whatever.
Austin.
27
I
is a
mean,
lot
he's
better
averaging
than 30.
27.
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
27. Think about it. We talk about these jumps. We didn't get a jump. We got regression. We didn't get a jump. We didn't get any jump.
Who is that on?
I've told you about the thing about Darius Garland from Jump Street. Like this core 4 idea is core 1 in the possible. It's core Donovan Mitchell, and let's see who else half-heartedly shows up.
Yeah, who cares tonight?
Who
This
cares?
is, guys, this is a
Come on.
players' league.
Come on.
The coach is, with almost no exceptions, the coach is the least important in the NBA than any other sport. Is that not true?
I agree with that. I mean,
agree.
Because here's the thing.
This is all about the players, not about the coach.
We laud, like I said the other day.
Well, we got the wrong guys, Adam.
We do.
100%.
We do.
Yes.
We just, and we're stuck. We went all in. It wasn't much they could do. They reset the game. They gave a max deal to Mobley. They gave a max deal to Darius Garland. And the only way I even see them even being competitive in the playoffs, they might get put out in the first round. I'm gonna keep it buck with you. Is if
First round, it might be. In
if
the
Donovan
play-in.
Mitchell says, I'm going scorched earth and I'm going to make everybody enemies. I'm going to, like in practice, if you ain't doing what you need to do, we're going scorched earth. Like if me and you got to fight every single day, but I don't know if he's been here 3 or 4 years and he understands in his heart of heart, these dudes I'm around ain't going to get it done.
I think they believe that they can hit a switch.
Donovan's got to go full LeBron right now. I know
He has to. but he has
This is
to.
on Donovan. He's the leader of the team. He's got to kick these guys'
So you know what's
butts.
going to happen when he does that, right?
What?
When he goes full LeBron and goes out there and have these miraculous games?
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
I'm
Oh,
talking about in the. So okay.
Oh, so you saying he being too much of a brother?
Let me
to them.
ask-
He ain't being
Yes,
tough love.
he's got to kick their butts.
I'm gonna ask y'all.
You don't think he's trying that?
on y'all's
I don't know.
on y'all's individual teams at Ohio State, who was the dude in the locker room?
Me.
That would be like, oh hell no. Like no. I don't care what the coach said. Nah, we not doing that.
Me.
Like
That was you?
That was you?
I did do that.
All right. Well, there it is. Like you understand what that's about.
Yeah.
Like no, we can't do this. Like I don't care what the coach say. I don't care if the coach thought that was cool. It's not cool. I watched the Gator thing, right? With Tim Tebow and them at
Yeah.
Florida.
The swamp.
I got chills. Now he wasn't no good. Now he could throw the ball in the pros, but the one thing I loved with him
Really good in college.
in college.
Why you have to say that?
But I'm just saying.
Why was that relevant for the rest
Keeping
of
it a buck,
this?
keeping it the way he was telling them dudes, we ain't nobody going out. We about to come in here on Friday nights at 12 midnight and get this work in the weight room. What kind of? That's crazy. For you and everybody showed up. So I'm not saying Donovan got to do that, but he got to have a heart to heart with especially Mobley, because it ain't on no good talk about Jared Allen. That's a lost cause to me. Ain't no good. He ain't got that. He ain't got it. He
got Nurkic.
Why is it
It's Nurkic, right?
Nurkic.
Yeah.
correct.
He out-rebounded Mobley and Allen by himself.
Why is it
Yeah.
that everybody here has known that Jared Allen wasn't no good, but the Cavs is the last people to figure that
Keep
out?
selling you. Like
I don't understand.
he's been a role.
Honestly, he's gotten worse.
He's been a role player his whole career. I don't know.
He hasn't gotten worse. He's exactly the same player he's been for 4 years. All his numbers come via opportunity. opportunity. And he's
I
getting
feel
less
like he's
opportunity.
been a little inconsistent this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's missed more shots around there. He also broke a finger in each hand, and during that stretch, his field goal percentage dropped significantly. When it's been healthier, he's 14-7, 14-8 every year he's ever played.
This
in
is
the NBA.
about Mobley and Garland.
That's
We
it.
thought they were
Yes.
going to be
That's
superstars. Mobley's a superstar on defense, but he's not on offense. He's just a good
How
player
many
on
points
offense.
Mobley have last night?
I don't
How many
know.
what?
Points he have?
Not enough.
He was pretty non-existent.
Minimowski.
After a really good game against Minnesota,
Funny, he almost had a triple
I almost
double.
had a triple double.
Like-
he was non-existent. Like it's
That's
empty.
like it's
Empty
empty.
stats, yeah.
Part of what frustrates me with this
empty.
Cavs team is and Bull, I know you said yesterday they're starting to play better, and even in the post, Kenny was pissed off post game yesterday. Mm-hmm. And he's like, listen, I try not to take each game personally. You're going to have bad games. It is what it is. We look at the big picture. We are playing better, but this was a stinker. We weren't ready. This is on us.
Yeah.
It's on me for not getting these guys ready before the game. Even though I agree with you, it's on the players, a coach,
Yeah.
not to get these guys
Well, he's gonna
motivated.
take the blame,
He
which
took
is good.
responsibility. He talked about the fact that they knew, because Utah before last night had just gotten curb stomped in their previous game.
They lost by
55.
50.
Yeah. So they were going to come out with something to prove.
Yeah,
like,
they got
hey.
embarrassed.
And Cleveland knew that going into this game and came out with one of the worst 6-minute stretches I've ever seen an NBA basketball team play.
They were
Were
down
you at the
19.
game last night?
They were down
What'd you say?
19.
Were you at the game last night?
I was there last night, yes.
Did you talk to any of the players after the game?
Yeah, we talked to Don, and I'm starting to get the sense Don is getting quite frustrated.
So what is he doing? Like, do you think he's trying to do something?
I
or
get
that's
the
just not in
sense.
his nature?
I get the sense, and this is not what he said. No one has said this. This is me putting context clues together. Donovan wants to win and is willing to sacrifice just about anything it takes to win, right? I don't get the sense that a lot of other guys in that locker room have the same I'll kill somebody to win desire.
And that's why
We've
you
been
got
saying that for 2
And I think at
years.
this
And
point,
that's why-
I think at this
3
point,
years.
Bull,
Okay,
I think
whatever.
I think you're starting to sense a little bit of frustration from Donovan that even after this is year 4 with the Cavs, right? This is fourth go around with Cleveland.
Yeah.
That these guys who maybe when he first got here were too young to understand the importance of needing to win and needing to go the extra mile to win
Yeah.
and needing to put in the extra effort. By year 4,
Yeah.
you're with the same group. Like
I
either they
think-
have it or they don't. And I'm starting to get the sense he's a little frustrated.
I know it's going to be tough, and I don't know how they figure it out, guys, but if they don't do anything in the playoffs, which I think we're all assuming they won't, but assuming if they don't, I think at the end of the year, if I'm the owner, and I don't know if Dan's running the show or his son or whatever, I'm firing Kobe Altman, and I'm bringing in a new GM. And I'm going to say to that GM, if you decide on the coach. If you want to keep Kenny, you keep Kenny. I would like to see Kenny stay, but if the new GM wants him gone, then I'm fine with that too. Even though I think he shouldn't be fired. And then I'm like, okay, you got to fix this. We can't. There's got to be some way, whatever you have to do, even if it means getting, in theory, less talent to change the chemistry.
Well, that's the new thing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are offloading these contracts,
Yeah.
and you get nothing in return immediately. But
Right. The
years
problem
from now,
is-
it's like the best thing for you.
I think, Mike, that they're going to have to trade Evan Mobley. That's really the only answer because nobody wants Jared Allen,
and nobody wants.
and I don't think anybody wants Darius Garland. So the only way to really and I don't know that doesn't solve the problem.
Nope, that's
They
not
might
the
need to just give away Jared Allen.
No, that's not the answer.
It's not the answer.
People are going to get mad at this. If they flame out,
They got to trade Donovan.
yeah.
I'd start over.
Yeah, because you can't. Donovan's too old and is about to. So next year he's under contract.
Right.
Then he has a player option. I will break the news now. I'll be a year and a half ahead of Shams and Woj and all those guys.
He's gonna
Donovan's
opt
going
out.
to decline his player option,
Of course.
and sign a max extension.
He's got one more big deal, right?
Exactly. So he's going to
Right.
cash in.
Can't
Donovan
blame the
wants
guy.
to win. I just told you, Donovan. They can't turn Allen and Garland and Mobley into assets. They need win-now players. That doesn't align with Donovan's timeline.
Right.
So.
And they're going to be screwed because that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have no draft picks to make. I mean, it's going to be ugly
So
for a
that's
while.
why I think if they do make a move, and I'm not saying I'm just like this makes just the most sense. I'm not saying anything other than that.
Yeah.
Donovan's probably the first guy that gets shipped out.
I think you're right. You're right. And then what you have to do is somehow get rid of Allen.
Well, but then you're under the second apron. You're
and then you
actually
get rid of Allen and see if
And
Mobley, without those guys around him.
Well, then you turn Mobley or not Mobley. You turn Allen and Garland into picks and young
What else?
players.
I got no other choice. What do you want me to do?
I know. I just.
I know. I don't.
I mean, guys, I mean,
We're getting way ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
That's down the road.
I wish we had some answers. This is really frustrating. This is. I mean, it's still early.
Right.
January 13th. Like, it's not the end of the world. But man, guys, and we're talking about like blowing this thing up, potentially trading Donovan. I know that
way ahead of our
I know we're way ahead of ourselves here, but it's like, dude, I don't know. I watched that game last night, and we're down 19. All of our backups who are not household names, those guys played hard.
Yeah, Naquan
Tomlin. This guy is awesome.
I'm going to tell you right now, my second and third favorite players on this squad is Tomlin and Tyson.
I like those guys. Those guys play with effort.
Any time, and you should have known what type of time we was on. When Jalen Tyson told you in the beginning of the season that, hey, we need these our starters to be playing the same level of intensity as the backups.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What? This is a second-year player, and he got to tell you that? That's wild. Listen, Darius Garland, I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. People get mad all the time. He's not serious enough. He's not locked in enough. You're a max player. He's not locked in.
You're right.
He's not locked in enough. Like everything is, it's laissez-faire. Oh, it's okay. Mobley, I need you to at least show some emotion.
He looks dead.
Like, do you enjoy playing the basketball game? Do you enjoy?
Too many guys that are too like-minded. They're too soft.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this. Here's one thing Kenny Atkinson could do. When's their next game? Wednesday? Thursday?
They have 2 games in Philly, Wednesday and Friday, both in Philly. Then they're home against OKC on Monday.
All right, so let's say Wednesday. Kenny announces the starting lineup, and here's the starting lineup. Tomlin, Tyson, Merrill,
Mitchell.
Thomas Bryant, and Donovan Mitchell. I don't care if the positions don't really work. Because those are guys who have shown me effort.
I see what you're getting at. And if you want to throw Craig Porter Jr. in there.
And Craig Porter Jr.
And he already, and you know what? I would have said
and then
that's
Craig
wild.
Porter, first guy off the bench.
But he already tried to do that with starting Craig Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Like, because a couple days ago, they was like, he's the only guy that's really working and trying. It didn't work.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm willing to go scorched
Let's
earth.
bench some of these guys.
I'm willing to go scorched earth.
Send a message.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
they've started, I think, the second most different starting lineups this year, which is nuts. I'm just not giving injury as the only excuse anymore.
No.
Like, they're past using the injury crutch as the only reason they're not playing up to their potential. They're too talented. They're too good. And whether or not they're championship contenders, that's a different discussion. They are not a play-in team in the Eastern Conference. They are significantly more talented than what their record states. And
they're the 7th seed right now.
Yeah,
right?
it just feels like and Jason said it this morning, they feel, and we did an ultimate capsule this morning, we'll tease in a sec, they feel like a team that believes they can just flip a switch and say we're back. And this team has not accomplished anywhere near enough to give us confidence from the outside looking in that they can flip that switch.
No, that's crazy.
They're not that good.
No.
Like, why do we keep saying flip what? They're not that good.
Flip the switch. You've never gotten past the second round.
These is not top 20. This is the crazy part about it. And I'm not a money guy.
Top 20.
And I'm not a money guy. But what happens is there's a difference between old money and new money. Old money is the money that people done had for generations and we about to be rich forever. New money is you just hit the lottery, you just hit you a little settlement. You fell in Giant Eagle and they gave you $2 million. You slipped and fell. A park department driver hit you. You got a couple bags. Now you move yourself out to the suburb and you looking around. They looking around like why you parking on the street? You know you can't be parking on the street in the cul-de-sac. You don't know none of the rules. The reality is you really not built like that. The Cavs got people that just got some money. The max dudes, you just got a couple dollars, right? And now them dollars is equating to the fact that, we nice like that. I'm a top 20. No, you are not. I could give you 20 guys right now, and Mobley ain't in the 20. Not nowhere, and not in the 20.
Shocking to hear. The guy who had arguably the best Cavs season in history.
Hey, listen. Hey,
outside of LeBron James.
Look, you know me. I get new information.
Mobley?
He had a great.
Right there.
Statistically, Mobley had one of the best years.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he did.
Second team All NBA.
You know I keep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that resume stacks.
That resume is crazy.
He is as an offensive player, he's average. Or maybe slightly above average.
He's slightly above average.
That's your
right. I mean, that's
he's
it. That's the reality
He's taken a step back
of
as
the
a
situation.
three-point shooter this year.
He's
His
still
free throw percentage is cratered.
What is it now?
It's 63%.
Oh no.
And he's too good of a shooter. He has too good touch to be shooting 63%.
Bob Cousy could
from
get
the
not
line.
Bob.
He still doesn't have a go-to move.
And the creative part, which Kenny and the
Rick
staff
Barry.
tried to
Barry.
encourage early, they've pulled it back from it. He has games, and I'll go back to Minnesota. He had 2 or 3 moves against Minnesota that tantalize you with the potential. And then last night, I know he had 16 points. I know he's close to a triple-double. It comes at moments that are inopportune, that don't seem to make the kind of impact that changed the game.
Right.
You know
You need a
what?
bucket. You're not giving the ball to Evan Mobley right
Nope.
now.
You know what would be the funniest thing about all this is if they get to the playoffs and do flip this switch and like go on the run.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
It can happen.
It will go
It can
right
happen.
back to me saying, "Bull was right. It's meaningless. The regular season's meaningless."
It gets the teams that they're gonna play. We've seen it. We've seen this episode before. They haven't switched, no switch. The series that they won, they had to go 7 against a young Orlando team. 7 to even get that done, and was losing by 20 at home before they pulled that off in the second
Like
half.
I said, in 4 years, this is the 4th year with Donovan.
4th year with Donovan.
In the first 3 years, they have not won a series where they were not an overwhelming favorite.
Did they ever look this bad with JB Bickerstaff?
No. I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Not once they had Donovan.
Yeah, they couldn't. JB Bickerstaff needed to win one playoff game to get into play, and he lost to the Nets and the Hawks.
Right.
At
That was
home.
No,
pre-Donovan.
I'm talking about
though.
with Donovan.
well, he only had 1 year with Donovan.
He only had one.
Really? I thought he had 2.
No, he had 2 years with Donovan.
2 years,
with Donovan. Yeah, he had the year they lost to the Knicks in the first round, and then the Celtics in the second
Yeah.
round. Yeah.